Wait, so just to bring it back to the original argument. So your position was that marriage incentivizes, it makes it harder to get divorced, or it makes it harder to split up.
And I don't support, I know that the divorce process is messed up. I'm not saying I agree with all of that, but I do like that there are systems in place that discourage you from getting married, or from getting divorced, sorry, not getting married.
No, but it doesn't really discourage women at all. Well, perhaps the process is more complicated, but if there's a financial incentive,
well, I don't think there should be a financial incentive.
There is, though.
Like if a woman is a stay-at-home mom, even if she's going to make a little bit of money out of it, I don't think she's going to want to get out of a marriage if it means she's going to have to go to work for the rest of her life.
Like I get
they do all the time. Women initiate.
And I think that's bad. Like if a woman is trying to abuse a divorce, that's terrible. And we should do more.
But let's say the woman isn't even. She still has amicable feelings towards her soon-to-be ex-husband. She's going to get a lawyer
who's going to have issues.
And not only that, if we're talking about religion, when it comes to divorce, your religion is not going to oversee the divorce. The state does.
Right. But and again, I'm not saying that it's good that anyone is being taken advantage of, whether it be by the legal system or by the wife. Either way, it's bad. I just think that there should be something in place to give women financial security so that they can sleep at night in their marriage and not have to worry about their husband waking up in the morning and leaving them and never seeing them again. And not,
I mean, that's far more rare than women leaving.
I'm not saying it isn't, but I think that either way, it's wrong either way. And that's why marriage is great, is because when I get married in July, I can go happily to sleep every night and not have to worry that my husband will just leave me.
Does your husband have money?
Yes. I mean,
are you signing a prenup?
No.
Sign it. Get it.
But also, it's not that marriage as an institution or as a culture is the problem. If you look at different countries, I don't know, like Iran, India, or different countries that do have the same cultural emphasis on marriage and staying in those committed relationships, you see a lot lower divorce rates. And I'm not saying that all the relationships that do stay married are perfect. I'm just saying that the cultural aspect, social media, and the way people are just interacting and what is cool and what is hip, or normalizing divorces even in TikTok and media, is kind of the root cause of everything. So it's not that. So I think that's why I think her and her husband will probably be very successful as a couple, because they probably don't really are not influenced by the media or the ways culturally in the 2024.
Well, we can check in 20 years and see how it's going. But
I'll come back.
And we're talking a lot about women's security. What about men's security? Men are so often ignored in this conversation. But
So
boys,
what do you need
don't
for
get
your
married.
security?
Don't get married. What?
What are your security requirements? What is it that?
My security is us not getting married.
A woman.
We're not getting. That's my security.
So what are you
no
looking
marriage.
for in a relationship? Just bullet points.
What? That's a totally.
Not marriage.
Yeah,
that's a great dating talk.
I'm just the reason why I'm asking you is because I'm pretty sure whatever you list, some of it you would want some kind of security on it. Maybe it's a monogamous intimacy partner. So
and how does marriage guarantee me any of those things?
Like I said, it doesn't guarantee it. You can still get divorced, but it's kind of like an honor system, or the way it's
honor system.
It deters you from getting divorced.
It's not that it guarantees
No,
it, but it's just the way people
It
feel.
deters
They're
men.
oh my gosh, I got married, and they feel more committed into it than somebody else.
It deters women too.
No,
a lot of women, outside of the financial reasons, a lot of people don't want to get divorced because it's awkward. No one wants
it's
social
awkward.
stigma.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
stopping a lot of
And I'm not necessarily saying we should shame divorced people, but there is
the pomp and circumstance of having a wedding and your family and friends show up.
Right.
It's a whole thing.
Reputation wise, because
it creates a community to support a marriage, and it is uplifting, and it's good.
Let's just say you were in a relationship and it was everything you want, just not a marriage.
Mayor Otten donated $100.99.
Sorry, also Woos was my wife, Brian.
What?
That is
Crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
Woos, is that like a song or something? I mean, sorry, man. I'll take a look at it on my
My
end,
wife.
but I
I
might
was
not be
thinking
able
Right.
to.
If you even if you don't get like married and stay eyes, if you like found yourself in a committed relationship, would you like want like a fake wedding where like it's not anything
wedding?
like where you're
It's
like
like a ceremony.
pledging yourself to
That's so
someone?
expensive.
How much
But
is that?
it's a-
50,000? No,
You could
I'm
do a
good.
cheap wedding.
What's a cheap wedding to you?
It's subjective, but I mean you could do one for like $100.
You go to Vegas.
Go to Vegas.
Yeah, you go to
That's just-
Vegas. But like,
It's not.
or do a fun one.
Save your money.
No.
Have you
not
been to
insanity.
weddings? They're amazing. They're fun. You can come to mine if you want. Just kidding.
Oh my God, he's invited.
Nah, probably
You can come.
not
There
after
won't be
our
any
little back
abortion
and
tools,
forth.
I promise.
Wait, there won't be any what?
There won't be any abortion tools, I promise.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Probably.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I don't know.
She fucking goes up to the altar. The fucking priest,
Baby together.
like her
wondering why I gathered you all
vows,
today?
her vows, and I promise to always pull out abortion tools at the most inopportune times,
No,
like
you
during
should-
my wedding.
I bring them everywhere. It's
I believe
actually
that. It's my wedding.
my
so.
my
Check
dress
out
doesn't
this
have
clamp
pockets.
and miniature baby.
Does anyone think you're like
And then
really strange for that?
instead of throwing the
Oh,
flower,
sure, yeah.
I brought him on my speaking tour, and I like
Damn.
spoke at a podium, and I like whipped him out in the middle, and people were like,
The right.
I was gonna say instead of like you throwing what's it called when you throw
Bouquet.
the bouquet, you throw the little miniature baby.
Oh my. I hope I catch it.
That would not
people
be
eat them,
Check
so
the sheet.
that wouldn't be the worst thing to happen. We've had 6 of those fetal models eaten this past year, and that's we've had
Madison.
we've had legit people swallow them.
Sorry, that's
Oh, so we can have one of those on.
That's
but-
not the right baby. That's kind of crazy. That's the wrong baby.
I actually got
This is
canceled
his
for
show,
holding that
so
baby.
Really?
he's
Wow.
like
What?
deciding
kidding.
the rules.
All right,
I
Madison,
guess.
chuck it like a bouquet.
Oh,
Backwards.
behind
Back
her.
there?
What?
Actually, wait, maybe that's a bad idea. Just like do a gentle one so it just falls. No, don't
like a
throw
little-
it. No, don't throw it to Nick. Just make it
The
fall
tongue
like
out
on
of
the
it.
ground behind you. Without. Holy fuck, bro! That fucking baby came out of nowhere. Wait, Gustavo, catch.
This is a good catch.
Sweet, dude. That
That's
was
still
dope.
better than what happens in
Here,
abortions, though.
This is why she thinks we're all evil. I just want to.
All right, Maddie.
I mean,
or
we are
actually,
I do love
babies
all of you.
around.
though.
Julie, can I have you read these chats?
Sure. Okay. There is a reason there is a 50% divorce rate. Women become unhappy easily. There is a comfort in knowing your partner isn't going to leave is pure nonsense.
I think there's an incentive for men to stay. There's an incentive for women to leave. Financially.
But also, you're like under the interpretation of women only think about money and like.
I didn't say that.
I mean, if you stay with
Like-
them, you get all their money. So
I'm just
I mean,
saying.
there's a
like,
reason that the stats are like 70-80% are
Right.
initiated. Women typically are, I mean, if they have the security of getting financially taken care of and they're looking for a better option and they find it, then they get the best of both worlds. I mean, that's a sad situation for the guy. And that's the vast majority of divorces.
We have
You
Julie.
think
if
a
I-
vast majority of divorces are women trying to take advantage of their husbands?
No, the vast majority initiated by women because
Oh.
they have generally found a better option.
Like, what do you mean a better
We'll
option?
come
Like,
back.
Women are always looking for their best possible mate.
so you're saying that all of those women-initiated divorces are because they found a better guy?
Or thought that they could get something better. I'm not. They didn't generally do it because
that
they
based
want to
on
be
a
sitting
study?
alone. Yeah, I mean that's.
All these women or most of them getting divorces are getting them because they are like, oh, I can find a better guy.
Why
out
else are
there.
they doing it? But you think that
If-
all of them are
not-
from abusive relationships? Or
Not
what?
abusive, but like dysfunctional relationships.
What's dysfunctional?
Like infidelity.
Fighting.
They get bored.
That-
Or bored. I was
fighting.
going to say it's boring.
They get
Maybe
bored.
or you know, just not exciting.
Yeah, like fighting, infidelity, anything,
we
anything
could-
like that.
We have a cohort of women here. Let's go around the table on this. So, I think none of you married, but you've all been in relationships. Perhaps those relationships have ended. Just curious on. So 2 things. Here, I'll go around twice actually. More often than not, have you ended things with a guy? And again, this could be like you've been dating for 3 years or 3 weeks.
I only had one boyfriend, and I ended.
You ended it. What about you?
they ended.
They ended it. How many times?
That 5-year relationship. that
5-year
they
relationship.
ended.
He ended it. Okay.
Both of mine were mutual.
Mutual. What about you?
They were just kind of like, I was moving around in different cities, so it was just like either way, it wasn't gonna work out. And I don't do long distance, so
Okay.
I don't know.
I think I already went, but I ended.
You ended?
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had one boyfriend prior to Frankie, and I ended it.
What about you?
My past relationships were barely even relationships. They were just disasters of guys giving me attention and thinking that it was love. And so I don't even really honestly know who ended it. It just like ended up with me sneaking out and sneaking back in and crying, and it is bad.
Julie, can you read this one?
The stability of future generations is what men get from marriage, Brian. The woman that will be 65 and surrounded by cats will have a counterpart, and that's going to be lonely men in a lost society.
Again, so let's say societally speaking, we did away with marriage. You could have the same exact familial structure, monogamy, staying together for the rest of your life. You don't need marriage for that. So the stability of future generations has nothing to do with marriage.
There's more stability in a marriage, though.
I would argue there's less stability. There's more stability for the woman, less stability for the man.
So it's all about you and the relationship.
Yes, actually it is. Yes, it is all about me.
This is why society is failing.
Yeah.
'Cause we're all very
for the women, it's
self-seeking.
vice versa.
We are-
We're all just worried about ourselves.
Every-
Not willing to make compromises.
Okay, I'm being a little facetious here, but
then
yes,
tell us the truth.
that's what everybody does. Yes, you are looking out for your best interest. I'm looking
Not
out for my
necessarily.
yeah. Okay, you can
I'm
cap.
looking
At
out-
least I can stand up and say yes. I am self-interested. You can
I
lie.
think that I am sometimes, but that doesn't mean I have to exclusively be self-interested. Like if I'm in an abusive relationship, I'm not going to stay in it to please him. Like I'm going to leave because that's not safe for me. But there's a healthy balance of caring for others and putting others before yourself. And I think that's a huge value that is lacking in society, where we're putting ourselves above others. And I don't think that's good.
I'm just failing to see how like the self-interest component has anything to do when it comes to marriage.
Because your whole argument is that because it's not financially great for you, you're going to refuse to get involved with it, even though it might be better for your
her?
wife. And I don't necessarily.
Yeah, that's right. Call me selfish if you want.
Okay.